Hello, I'm Jason with BDI, and I'm going to show you how to create groups of sensors within STS-LIVE. I've got STS-LIVE running here. Under my hardware tab, you can see I've got two nodes checked in. I've got a 4-channel IntelliDucer node and a 4-channel terminal node. They each have sensors associated with the channels, and they all have a type of sensor associated with the channel. So I'm going to switch over to the plots window and see that I have all these sensors available for plotting. Now I've got 4 tilts and 3 voltage gauges, and I'd like to split them up into groups so I can either view the tilts or the volts separately without having to click on all these check marks to view each individual item. So I'll create one group called tilt. I'll select all my tilt gauges. I'll put them into that group. I'll hit the green check. Now this pops up a window that assigns colors to each of those traces. If you don't like the color, you can simply click on the color and give it a new color. Sometimes it's better to have lighter colors than darker colors since it plots on a black background. I'll hit the green check and it creates this tilt group. The most important thing to do is to, once you've created that and you like it, you hit the green check to save it. So this just saved my tilt group. What I can do is click on the main check box for the sensors group, and it will not plot these gauges. It'll only plot my tilts. And I also want to have a voltage group, so I will click on sensors again, hit the group icon. I'll make a group called voltage. Select the sensors to add to this group. Click the green arrow to add them in, then hit the green check. And again, this creates a pop-up window that gives me some default colors. If I want to change the colors around, I can go in and change it. I can also change the line style. If I'd rather have a dashed line instead of a solid line, I can select that here. Hit the green check to confirm that. I see that it created the group with voltage, and I will save that. So now I've got 2 groups. I've got tilt and voltage. I can minimize all these groups by using the minus arrow at the top. So it makes it a little bit easier, especially when you have many groups. Alright, I am ready to gather some data. So I hit start to start the test. It performs a sensor scan. And when the test starts, I should see, right now I've got tilt and volt plotting, so I'm seeing everything. Let me deselect the voltage, and I'll just get the tilt traces. So if I want to see an individual trace in there, I can turn all the others off and just select that individual trace or 2 traces or whatever combination of traces I like. And I can turn all those on and off by selecting the tilt. I can do the same thing for voltage. If I only want to view one of the voltage plots, I can select that. Or I can do a combination of everything. Then if I wanted to, for some reason, see every trace available, I just click back to the sensors with everything selected, and I get all of my traces at the same time. Now when you close STS-LIVE, if you've saved all of your groups, all of them will be saved. So whenever you plug a sensor back in that is recognized in a group, it'll create the group in your plot window over here and have that sensor in it. So this works for IntelliDucer nodes. If you change your IntelliDucer around from node to node, you'll still get the same group. And the same thing for the terminal nodes, although it identifies the channel based on the sensor name. So if you change the sensor name on a terminal node, which you have to do manually, it will keep that sensor in that group that you've created. Well, that's about it for the making of groups within STS-LIVE. Please check out my other videos for the other features of STS-LIVE.